is a direct hotline to Santa Claus himself.
I can talk to Santa.
I don't want any trouble, okay?
My name's Trudy Lightstone. Are you gonna help us, Santa?
Yeah, Trudy. Santa Claus is coming to town.
The movie starts in Bristol, England, on Christmas Eve. Santa Claus is drinking at a bar. A mall Santa asks him how many years he has been doing this. Santa answers he has lost count and doesn't even remember why he started doing it. The mall Santa says for him it's the look on kids' face. Santa Claus says kids have become greedy and don't believe anymore. Maybe this is his last Christmas. Santa leaves a gift for bartender's grandson, takes his sack to leave and goes for the roof. The bartender is surprised to see her grandson's name on the gift. She runs after him to stop him from falling. There she sees Santa Claus's sleigh being pulled by reindeers and Santa throws up on the side of sleigh which lands on her face. In Connecticut and see Jason Lightstone waiting to meet with his family while carrying a gift for his mother, Gertrude. Since his wife and daughter, Linda and Trudy live separately, he thanks Linda for agreeing to come. When they arrive, we see the Lightstones' huge mansion as they are quite wealthy with many guards and staffs. Jason leaves his mother's gift under the Christmas tree and joins Linda to meet his sister Alva. Their mother, Gertrude, is the CEO of Lightstone Company and Alva is jealous of Jason because she thinks Gertrude favors him more and promises to surpass him this year and replace their mother. Alva goes and joins her son Brett and her boyfriend Morgan. Bert is constantly streaming live with his phone and Morgan is wannabe action movies actor. When they hear Gertrude coming, Alva quickly brings her boyfriend and son to greet her but she ignores them while talking on the phone with a senator and shooting profanities left and right. Meanwhile, Morgan and Alva are suspicious of Jason and think he is up to something this year but he denies it. Gertrude finally comes and they leave to have Christmas. Santa is going through Christmas reluctantly, throwing gifts casually and becomes angrier seeing every child wants cash for Christmas gift. He still leaves a lump of coal for incompetent parents. Jason's family has gone upstairs and Trudy leaves homemade cookies for Santa Claus, since Jason forgot to bring her to a mall to see Santa this year. In return they give her an extra gift, a special walkie-talkie to directly talk to Santa. For Christmas gift she wishes for her parents to make. Santa arrives at Lightstone's roof and gets angry the reindeers for crapping all over the roof. He then goes inside the house through chimney, eats homemade cookies happily and helps himself to the alcohol in the bar and rests on a massage chair. In the security monitoring room, a mercenary dressing as a staff knocks out the security guard and signals other members to get ready and cuts all the connection cables. Meanwhile their leader Scrooge arrives at the front gate and after killing the guard enters the Lightstone state, informing his team to start the operation. They check in by saying their nicknames like Sugar Cane and Gingerbread. Downstairs mercenaries start killing the stuffs and guards. Jason, Linda and Santo hear the gunshot and get scared. The rest of Lightstones goes for the panic room but are stopped by Scrooge. He kills the bodyguards and brings the family members back to the living room then orders his team to kill the staff and bring all the family members to the living room. They capture Linda and Jason before they can escape. Santa Claus tries to escape through fireplace but he's out of Christmas magic and to hide to go through window. One of the mercenaries finds him and Santa asks to let him leave since doesn't want to get involved but the mercenary refuses and they get into a fight. Stray bullets hit the roof and scare the reindeers and they fly away along with the sleigh. Out of option and magic, Santa keeps fighting and threw the mercenary out of window but he also gets dragged out through the window and see the impaled body of mercenary by an icicle and start to make his escape. In the house Scrooge has gathered all the family members. Gertrude tells him he has no idea who they are and an extraction team will be arriving here soon to rescue them. Scrooge punches her, saying he knows everything about them and also there is $300 million cash in their vault at the house. U.S. government gave this money to Lightstone to distribute in the Middle East but she kept it for herself. But Scrooge even knows she has a panic button allowing her to change the vault combination when pressed and takes it from her and goes to the vault. Outside Santa after seeing this remembers the cookies and decides to stay and help the family. They also find out the corpse and know there is a rogue person going around. In the living room Trudy tries to talk to Santa with her walkie-talkie. Santa is trying to call for help but hears someone coming. He goes through his gift bag looking for a useful weapon but all he sees is junks and curses the kids for not wanting a sword or a Molotov cocktail. One of the invaders, Frosty, comes to the room and Santa starts fighting him. Frosty is about to stab Santa, but he jams a Christmas star into his eye and then plugs it in, frying Frosty's head. Santa searches his corpse and finds a walkie-talkie. While changing the frequency to reach someone, he hears Trudy asking Santa for help. He looks through the magical scroll and sees her name in the nice list and promises to help her. Santa going to the front gate for help but encounters the dead guard and dead phone. He hears Scrooge calling Frosty through walkie-talkie and asks him to release the Lightstone family, but Scrooge says his Christmas wish is to personally find him and finish him. This makes Santa angry and decides to fight them, but then notices he is bleeding. Scooter goes to the living room to interrogate the family about this Santa. After not getting any answer, he decided to torture the family members with one of the nutcrackers. Alva and Bert point at Jason and Sugarcane break one of his fingers with the nutcracker. Just when Scrooge is going to literally crack his nuts with a bigger nutcracker, Trudy stands up and tells them he is the real Santa and he's going to make them pay. Jason tells her that Santa doesn't exist. Trudy gets mad and flees from the room. Santa takes off his shirt to saw his wound and we see his whole upper body is covered with tattoos and old wounds. After that he passes out and, in his dream, we see a glimpse of his past as a warrior covered in blood. Santa wakes up by Trudy's voice. They start talking and he recount all of her previous gifts, restoring her face in Christmas. He then talks about the Mrs. Claus. Krampus, one of the mercenaries, messes with the family by asking Gertrude to open the gift since they might not be alive tomorrow. Morgan's gift is a pitch deck of his movie. Alva bruff a photo of the day she was born. Jason says he didn't bring any gift, but Bert finds it. It contains a bottle of Gertrude's favorite whiskey and a letter. Gertrude is shocked by the contents of the letter but keeps it to herself. Santa tells Trudy about his past. He was actually brutal and greedy Viking warrior called Nickaman the Red with his hammer Skullcrusher and robbed and killed many people. But Trudy encourages him that he can use his skills to do good now. Meanwhile, the extraction team are also starting to move towards the mansion. Santa tries to attack Sugarcane but gets discovered and flee to one of the rooms. Scrooge through a fire extinguisher capsule blow it up though with a bullet. Santa is knocked down and they finally capture him. They tie him and Gingerbread start bringing out gifts from his magic bag. Santa tells them who he really is and reveal their real names. Scrooge gets angry and threw the bag into the fire. Scrooge then reveals his hatred for Christmas because as a kid his family couldn't afford to celebrate it when his father got laid off. He attempted to steal presents from a neighbor's house but ended up scaring their grandfather, causing him to fall down the stairs and break his neck, and he was blamed for it. So he believes Christmas ruined his life. Before Scrooge can kill Santa, Trudy in the attic makes a fake snow with styrofoam and scares them. Santa uses this diversion and escapes through the fireplace. When Gertrude hears the sound of extraction team vehicles, starts threatening the mercenaries. Morgan kicks Krampus, breaks through the window and runs to the extraction team and proudly reports the situation. But their leader, Thorpe, reveals they are not here to save them and orders his men to kill him. Scrooge meets with Thorpe and warns him about Santa. Santa sees more names appear in the naughty list and tries to hide, but he gets discovered and they start shooting at him. Santa runs and hides in a warehouse while the extraction team starts to surround him. In the warehouse Santa has given up, but Trudy encourages him again. Santa finds a hammer and gains a new spirit. The extraction team storm into the warehouse and Santa starts to kill them violently one by one.
I'm coming.
In the vault, using Thorpe's second key, they are finally able to open the vault. But they are shocked to find it completely empty. Scrooge storms into the living room and start the shooting and threatening to kill the Lightstones if they don't tell him where the money is. When nobody talks, he grabs Linda and threatens to kill her. Seeing this, Jason starts talking despite his mother's protest. He confesses that he stole the money and was planning to escape with his family tonight. He even wrote about it in the letter hoping for Gertrude to read it tomorrow. Linda is angry and disappointed at him. Scrooge takes Jason and Gertrude to show them where the money is stashed. Sugar cane and gingerbread find the attic to capture Trudy. She has made couple of Home Alone traps, but they ignore them, causing Gingerbread's mouth gets pierced with a nail. In the attic, Trudy's traps start throwing bowling balls at Sugarcane and knock her down. One of the balls fall down and kills Gingerbread. More traps waiting for Sugarcane. She finally catches Trudy and decide to kill her, but Santa arrives and hits her. Santa hugs Trudy and asks her to turn around, then goes on and kills Sugarcane with his hammer. Outside, Gertrude tells Jason she's actually proud of him for what he did, and it's Lightstone family legacy that they are all horrible people. After Jason shows them the money's hiding place, Scrooge orders his team to kill the hostages. Krampus is about to kill Linda, Alva and Bert, but they argue who he should kill first and confuse him, and three of them kill Krampus and are happy to do something as a family. Santa reunites Trudy with her mom, and they all decide to go outside and find the intruders. They start shooting and kill some of the mercenaries. Scrooge and Thorpe take the money and Gertrude and escape using snowmobiles, but Santa goes after them. Jason and Linda fight off the remaining mercenaries. Linda impales the last one with an icicle. At the end they kiss each other and Trudy watches happily. While Gertrude fights off Thorpe, Scrooge decides to stop escaping and faces Santa. He tricks Santa and makes him crash into a building and start firing. Scrooge then sees Santa scroll with his name in the naughty list. He finally believes Santa and decides to kill him personally and ends Christmas forever. They start fighting fiercely while reach a lone stone chimney, and Santa uses his magic to go up through chimney, pulling Scrooge with him and causing his body to get crushed on the way up. At the top of chimney, he gets shot by Thorpe, but before he can finish off Santa, Gertrude puts a bullet in his head. Other Lightstone members arrive and see Santa is about to die. Jason brings a bag of money to burn and warms Santa despite Alva's protest. In the end, Santa dies, but Trudy says she still believes in him and always will. Linda and Jason also say they believe in Santa. Bert, Gertrude, and Alva also join in, allowing Santa to be revived. Santa thanks Lightstone family and finds out his reindeer returned his sleigh and brought his spare sack along with a note from Mrs. Claus and his original Skull Crusher. Santa bids the Lightstones farewell and flies off into the night to continue his Christmas duties.
Hey, yo, what's Gucci Squad fam? It's the Bert, Locker, living the dream. You know it. See this guy? Dead as hell. Santa's real.